Welcome everybody to Extreme Power No Handling Autocross, and today we're dealing with a 2012 Hot Wheels Rip Rod. Now this has a 775 horsepower, 447 pounds-feet of torque, 3.2 litre twin turbocharged V8 engine, and the car itself weighs 2,066 pounds. It's got rear wheel drive and it can do 0 to 60 in 7.262 seconds, 0 to 117.377 seconds, and it will go on to a top speed of 193 miles an hour. So yeah, this is really rather similar to that Caterham we had in the previous episode, where it's got the same engine with the same twin turbos on it, and yeah, it's rear wheel drive and it's quite lightweight, but this does have just more weight in terms of general weight, and yeah, it also has slower acceleration, and yeah, it's also a bit more capable in terms of off-roading. So yeah, maybe it'll be quicker than that, but either way it's going to be interesting to see what it can do compared to that car, because that car was really rather tricky in terms of driving. So yeah, let's see what this car can do. It's also got its engine towards the rear instead of the front, like that Caterham. So yeah, even though they are both rear wheel drive and both have the same engine, layout wise they're not that similar, and yeah, in terms of what they can actually do, obviously it's dissimilar as well, because obviously this is an off-road buggy and that's a track car. So yeah, again, it's going to be interesting to see what these two can do. Well, the two of them are like compared to each other time-wise. This, in terms of first impressions, will seem a lot better in terms of handling. And that's not to say that the Caterham's a bad handling car, but with that extra power and really no weight at all holding it back, it was really rather tricky. Plus the Caterham really wasn't all that fond of going on the off-road elements of this course, so yeah, this will have an advantage on that front, and as you can see, it's already quicker at 56.023 seconds. Seems to be handling the power a lot better than the Caterham. Maybe the extra weight is helping, but I feel like the car in general is just set up a little bit better for its extra power. Caterham's a great car stock wise, but clearly can't handle all that extra power that I gave it. That's not to say this car's perfect, because as you can see it does have its oversteer issues. It's just so much more controllable because it has that extra weight going for it that it's held back a little bit. Didn't improve our time there, unfortunately. Got a few more laps to try and do so. Oh dear. Yeah, it's not too fond of that jump though. When you hit the first ramp, it seems to be put off a little bit. Plenty of acceleration despite those times saying otherwise. Again, we haven't improved. Hoping we haven't hit a brick wall with this car and just can't improve anymore. A little bit better on that jump part there. It's all about keeping that rear end in check from the oversteer. Yeah, we've improved there again by nearly a second at 55.118 seconds. Right, final lap to get some improvement. think another advantage this car has over the Caterham is the fact that the engine is towards the rear, so there is more weight over the rear end, whereas that Caterham really is quite lightweight in terms of its rear end weight. There really isn't much over those rear wheels, so yeah, this does have that advantage over this car. There we go, finally got a solid good lap time there at 53.758 seconds, which puts it ahead of the, well, quite a lot actually, the Range Rover Sport SVR, the Mercedes-Benz E63 AMG, the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, the BMW X6M, the Maserati Ghibli S and the Bentley EXP concept car, but it is a little bit behind the Infiniti Q50 Eau Rouge and the Audi RS4 Avant and the Audi TTS Coupé, and it is far and away off the Ford Ranger T6, which still reigns supreme at the top. So yeah, really impressed with that. I'm really glad I noticed the similarities between this and the Caterham outside of just the engine, and yeah, just goes to show that a car that is set up for you know, the setup of a vehicle originally and how it was stock does pay dividends in terms of how the car handles when you give it a whole load of extra power from a new engine. So, because yeah, like I said, the Caterham had its engine up front, it didn't have all that much weight at the rear, so when it was dealing with all that extra power, it didn't have all that much grip in terms of rear end, whereas this has more weight towards the back and it therefore has more grip on the rear end, and yeah, just was better for it. So yeah, really impressed with how it handled, and yeah, it only really had oversteer issues, to be honest. Not as severe as the Caterham, but still there nonetheless, and yeah, as a result it got a way quicker time, so yeah, really impressed by it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.